Over the past decade, the cry of the displaced Bakassi people is that they've been living like refugees in their own country. It appears government and the international community have neglected these people who were forcefully evicted from their ancestral home by Cameroonian gendarmes. Day after day, they watch their children die of disease or hunger. The aged are buried in a strange land when they die. Their women suffer rape and in some cases get infected with the HIV virus with no proper medical attention.
While the governor, Senator Professor Ben Ayade, has asked us to establish the 2 health posts, which we are doing, so that they can at least access basic health care in this facility, free of charge, that would not be enough for them. We still insist that the federal government of Nigeria come to their aid.
We have buried about 21 persons in this camp. It all tells about the negligence of the government. And the United Nations has really pushed IDP of Bakassi away from attention.
The sound of their protests gets even louder and perhaps more confrontational with the emergence of these heavily armed militants who claim to have become defenders of the Bakassi people. Fighters of the Bakassi strike force arrive in speedboats at the Esukumba point of no return creek for a rendezvous with our correspondent, brandishing all kinds of sophisticated firearms amid a display of firepower.
What we are seeing here is not even half of my arms. It's not as if I'm sending a threat to the federal government or the state government. But I'm appealing to please give in some certain axes. For war will not lead to any good, rather more destruction.
642 foot soldiers from Akwa Ibom and Cross River states are aggrieved over governments surrendering their homeland without consulting them and without a proper compensation and resettlement, irrespective of several petitions they have written over the years.
We invited our Ijaw brothers to come and assist us, resist the Cameroonians' operations. But when the federal amnesty came, they embraced it and abandoned us with our challenges. So there was nothing we could do. We have to come together as a youth, because the only land we had was Bakassi. We cannot run away from it. We mobilized ourselves in total numbers of 642 to fight and resist the operations of the Cameroonian armed forces.
The Cross River state government is also joined in the call for adequate compensation for the Bakassi people.
Injustice to one is injustice to all. The people of Bakassi feel the pain. They're my government. Every day they cry for the same thing. And government thought and think in their wisdom that there was a time they had voted 15 billion. You create a permanent injury and provide a temporary solution. It doesn't work anywhere. I challenge you to seek a permanent redress on this inhumanity.
While the government battles to contain the threat of the Niger Delta Avengers who have been destroying petroleum infrastructure in the oil-rich region, it will do well to heed the cries of the Bakassi people.